Life is entirely a game of now you see it, now you don't.
That's funny.
A few months back, I did this crazy ride on the Northern California BDR. And it was tough, like the kind of tough where at the end of the day, you're sore, covered in sweat and dust, but smiling like an idiot, because it was actually a blast. That was one of those trips you never forget. This time though, it's a little different. This isn't about pushing myself to the limit or wrestling with rocky trails. This trip is easier, smoother, more about a ride than a challenge. This trip, it's all about the California coast, riding up into Oregon, then across into Central Oregon, mostly pavement this time. A different kind of adventure. Less survival mode, more just enjoying the ride and the views. I started this trip in Watsonville, headed up the California coast. Next time, I'd ride it southbound instead. Going north, the ocean is on your left side. And every time you see a nice spot to pull over, you've got to cut across traffic. It's a hassle. It's risky. And half the time you just skip it because there are just too many cars. Now, if you're riding south, the ocean is on your right side. You can just pull in and out of little scenic areas, little beach spots, without playing Frogger with traffic. Much safer. So if you're doing a coast, California, Oregon, even Washington, ride up however you want, but come down the coast southbound, way smoother. Now, for anyone new to this, if you're planning a big motorcycle trip and you're not sure whether to go solo or ride with a group, here is what you need to know. The pros of riding solo is total freedom. Stop where you want, check out whatever catches your eye. Take a break on your own schedule. No explaining, no waiting, just ride. And the cons? No backup. If something breaks in the middle of nowhere, you might have no cell service, miles from help, in the dark, maybe even raining. So if you're going solo, you have to overpack. Take all the tools you need to repair tires, chains, and whatever comes your way. Better to carry it and not need it than be stuck wishing you had it. Now, in my opinion, riding in a group, sure, you got help if things go wrong. But most of the time, it's follow the leader. You stop where they stop, go where they go. For me, that takes away the whole point of a ride. But I'm an introvert, so don't take my word for it. That's just my opinion. Now, this might sound obvious to anyone who've done adventure motorcycle traveling before. But if it's your first time, even if you've done plenty of car road trips, trust me, it's a whole different game. See, because in the car, if it gets late or cold or you're tired, you just pull over, turn on the heater, and just rest, take a nap. Now on the bike, it's different. No heater, no comfy seat, just you, the cold wind, and your bad life choices. So if you're new to motorcycle adventure riding, plan ahead. Because freezing in the dark on the side of the road is not the kind of adventure you want to brag about. Okay, back to the trip. I spent my first night camping off of Highway 116, about 20 miles east of Sonoma Coast State Park, in a little town called Guerneville, California. Just a small campground. And I know it sounds weird, but after a whole day staring at an ocean, I actually got tired of it. Yeah, the thing everyone dreams about seeing, And I'm over here like, alright, I need a break from all this beauty. So I headed inland a bit to change up the scenery.
Hey, I'm at the place called Schoolhouse Canyon Campground. There's some trees, some apple trees over there, and you can actually get some apples. That's where I'm at. That's where I'll be spending my night, right here. Bike and tent. And my tent looks like a taco. Yeah. The goddamn taco tent.
After spending the night near Guerneville, I packed up in the morning and hit the road again. Got back on Highway 1. And from there, it was just miles and miles, hours and hours of ocean views and winding coastal roads. Beautiful, yes. But after a while, it all kinda blurs together into one big screensaver factory, cranking out the same perfect view over and over. By the time I rolled into Crescent City, I was done. I grabbed the hotel room to recharge the batteries. Literally. Got myself a burrito and a Coke and called it a night. After all those miles, that bed and that burrito felt like pure luxury. After a good night's rest and a full recharge, the next day was all about Oregon, probably my favorite state. As soon as I crossed the state line, it was early in the morning and the whole place was covered in fog for a couple of hours. I couldn't see half the stuff I wanted to check out near the state line. But that's okay. By then, I think I had my fill of ocean views for one trip.
Stupid bird.
The fog burned off, I rode all the way to Coos Bay. Then across to Eugene onto Highway 126. Near there was Highway 242, the McKenzie Highway. And that was hands down the highlight of my whole trip. I didn't get there that day though. I stopped just off Highway 126 before reaching 242 and camped at McKenzie Bridge Campground. Really loved that spot. Every tree was covered with moss. I heard they filmed part of the TV show Grimm in that area. And it makes sense. The whole place looks like a set for some dark fairy tale.
There's moss growing on every tree. I don't think the water is drinkable here. It's river water. So I guess I can boil it and drink it, have coffee, and cook with it. But I wouldn't just drink it like that.
The next morning, I left the campground and took Highway 242, the McKenzie Highway. Hands down, unexpected highlight of my whole trip. The road runs from Highway 126 up to Sisters, Oregon. Switching scenery like a mood ring. Lush green forests, then charred trees, then miles and miles of black lava rock, stretching as far as the eye can see. And then there's that castle you spotted. That's the Wright Observatory. It was built in 1935 by the Civilian Conservation Corps during the Great Depression. The observatory is made almost entirely of the same lava rock that surrounds it. Blends right into the scenery. It's named after D. Wright, a Forest Service packer and a crew foreman, who passed away just before it was finished. The lava around D. Wright came from volcanic flows roughly 2,600 to 2,900 years ago. And seriously, if you ever find yourself in Central Oregon on a motorcycle, you have to ride the Highway 242, the McKenzie Highway. It's one of those roads that feels like it was made for motorcycles. Tight curves, wild scenery, and just enough twists and turns to keep you grinding the whole way. The final stretch of my adventure took me from Sisters, Oregon, down Highway 97, straight into Crater Lake. That lake was definitely something else. When I finally made it there, the color of the lake blew me away. It was very blue, like somebody poured some kind of a blue dye in there. You can ride around the parts of the lake. I think it's about 30 miles. That day some roads were closed, so I didn't make it all the way around. But I did walk down towards the water in one spot. It was about 1 mile down and 1 mile up. Pretty steep, good exercise.
I just walked all the way down to Crater Lake. Now I gotta go all the way up. Was it worth it? I don't think so.
And that was it, the final stop on my ride. From the California coast to foggy morning in Oregon, camping under moss-covered trees, twisty roads through lava fields, and finally the unreal blue of Crater Lake. This trip had a little bit of everything. Okay, that's it for this one. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Until next time, ride safe.